Sri Lankan authorities have confirmed one of the suicide bombers responsible for the Easter Sunday terrorist attacks attended an Australian university. Sri Lankan Junior Minister for Defence Ruwan Wijewardene said the bomber completed his postgraduate education in Australia. It comes after the death toll was revised up to 359 earlier today. What I can say is this group, some of the suicide bombers, most of them are well educated and come from maybe middle or upper middle class, Mr. Wijewardene said. Some of them have studied in various other countries, they hold degrees and they are quite well educated people. Hundreds were killed and 500 injured in a series of coordinated blasts in churches and hotels, in Sri Lanka's deadliest violence since a devastating civil war ended in 2009. Sri Lanka police say they have confirmed there were 9 suicide bombers. 8 have now been identified. Police spokesman Ruwan Wijewardene said 18 suspects were arrested overnight, raising the total detained to 58. Mr. Wijewardene said authorities were still investigating the possibility of international links and residents were urged to be vigilant. I'm not saying that the country is 100% safe, at the moment, there could still be a few people out there, he said. Right now we're asking people to be vigilant, but I think within a couple of days, within the next few days, we will have the situation totally under control. Islamic State claims responsibility as victims are buried. 2 domestic Islamist organizations, including National Tawhid Jamaat, are said to be responsible for carrying out the suicide bombings. Earlier Mr. Wijewardene said an initial investigation showed the deadly attacks were carried out in retaliation for last month's Christchurch mosque shootings. The office of New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said she was aware of comments linking Sri Lanka's Easter bombings to the mosque attacks in Christchurch, but noted the investigation was in its early stages. A national day of mourning in Sri Lanka on Wednesday coincided with mass burials close to the 3 churches, St. Sebastian's in Negombo, St. Anthony's Shrine in Colombo and Zion Church in Batticaloa that were bombed. As victims were buried, Islamic State released a statement claiming responsibility for the attacks, but its propaganda channels did not substantiate the claim with evidence. It is believed Sri Lankan authorities were given multiple warnings about a planned terror attack that claimed the lives of 320 people.